Hello there and welcome to my guide for painting Morgan Thorg for Blood Bowl. If you follow this guide and you find it useful, please give the channel a subscribe, the video a like and a share, and well, we'll crack straight on. As you can see, the very first thing I've done is sprayed him with some matte white spray from Colourforge. And I'm going to kick things off by starting with his mouth, which is an odd choice, some people might find, but I'm going to use some Screamer Pink. I'll then wash it with a little bit of Carroburg Crimson. And while that wash dries, I'm going to use some Corax White just to brighten up any white areas on his uniform. And I'll then wash all that white area with some Apothecary White to give us some lovely shading. By now, the wash on the tongue sort of dried, so we're going to go back to that. We're going to relayer the Screamer Pink. We'll then follow that up with some thinned down pink horror, focusing on the areas where the light would catch the most, which is basically the tip of the tongue. And then lastly, I'm going to use some Fulgrim Pink just to really sort of accentuate the tip of the tongue. Going back to the white, I'm going to relayer the Corax White, but I'm going to take a lot of care to avoid any of the recesses. Always try and keep your paint nice and thin, as well as the more coat you might need, the better, rather than one thick layer. I'm then going to highlight everything using some white scar. Once again, use nice thin coats and just keep going and layering up until you get the brightness of the white you desire. Next up, we're going to start working on the blue, and for that, I'm going to be using some Macragge Blue. This blue will then get a wash with some Drakenhof Nightshade. Once that wash has dried, we're going to go ahead and relayer the Macragge Blue, taking care to avoid any of the recesses and to bring a little bit of that brightness back. I'm then going to use a 50-50 mix of Macragge Blue and Calgar Blue as a little bit of a mid-tone for the first highlight. And this will be followed by an edge highlight of Calgar Blue just by itself. To do an edge highlight, just simply use the edge of the brush and drag it along the area you are painting. Next up, here comes the fun part and the bulk of the model. We're going to be painting the skin, beginning with some Bugmans Glow. And as we're going to be using the same shade on both these colours, I'm going to start on the gold with some Retributor Armour. There's not much gold on the model, but take your time and just pick out those small details. We'll then wash both the gold and the flesh with some Reikland Fleshshade. And once that wash has dried, before we do anything else, we're going to paint his eyes, beginning with some Abaddon Black. This will be followed by matte white. And don't forget, if you don't like painting eyes, you don't have to. You can skip this step entirely if you wish. And then finally, we're going to use a little bit of Abaddon Black just to paint in the pupils. Now on to the skin properly. The first thing we're going to do is use a 50-50 mix of Bugmans Glow and Cadian Fleshtone to start painting in the skin. We're going to only keep the deepest recesses of the shade. We'll then follow that up with some Cadian Fleshtone. This time we're going to not paint as deep as we did with the first one, and once again we're going to start showing all of those muscles. So take your time with this and just pick out the areas you think need accentuating the most. It's mostly the areas that the light would catch. This is then going to be followed up by a 50-50 mix of Cadian Fleshtone and Kislev Flesh for the next highlight, and this time we're going to start painting or focusing on the areas the light would catch the most. And then lastly, we're going to be using some Kislev Flesh just by itself, once again focusing on the areas the light would catch the most, just to pick out all those lovely big muscles. Then to highlight the gold, we're simply just going to use some Auric Armour Gold. Next up, I'm going to start working on all the leather, the shoes, the gloves, and the buckles and belts. And for that, I'm going to start with some Catachan Flesh. For the soles of the shoes, I'm actually going to use a little bit of Abaddon Black, just to add a little bit of colour variation, and for me it makes more sense to have them black than it does brown. Then we're going to start working on the silver, and for that we'll use some Leadblecher. Then we'll wash all of those three colours using some Nuln Oil. While that wash dries, we're going to paint the centre plate on his belt. We'll begin with the skull using some Morghast Bone. I'm also going to use it to paint his teeth too. Then we'll use some Rakarth Flesh to paint the banner section, and we'll also use it to paint the stitches on the back of his shorts. Then to paint the rest of the section with the leaves, we're going to be using some Deathworld Forest. I believe it's called a laurel. I'm probably wrong. And we'll wash all of those bits using some Agrax Earthshade. Once the Nuln Oil is dried, we're going to go back to the Catachan Flesh, and we're going to highlight all those sections with some thinned down Knight's Quester flesh. Then to start highlighting the metal, we'll use a 50-50 mix of Leadblecher and Ironbreaker. Then to highlight the rest, we're just going to use Ironbreaker by itself. This is more of an edge highlight and focus on sort of sharp, pointy bits as well. It's also time to break out the really small brush, as we're going to paint all of those rivets with the Ironbreaker as well. Going back to the center breastplate, we're going to be using a 50-50 mix of Morghast Bone and Wraith Bone for the first highlight. Don't forget to paint his teeth as well. And then we're going to use Wraithbone just by itself for a second highlight. Once again, don't forget the teeth. Rakarth Flesh is going to be nice and easy, as we're simply just going to relayer the edges with Rakarth Flesh. Then we're going to do the same with the laurel. Obviously this time we're going to be using Deathworld Forest as a relayer. And then we're going to do a 50-50 mix of Deathworld Forest and Wraithbone just to give those leaves on the outside a little extra highlight. We're going to add a little bit of yellow as his, I guess they're socks. I've got some yellow on them. We're also going to paint the cloth on his side, starting with some Averland Sunset. We'll then wash that with some Casandora Yellow. He's got a red orky necklace on there, so for a little bit of colour variation, we're going to use some Mephiston Red. We're also going to use it to paint the gem in his ring. Then we'll give it a highlight with some Evil Sun's Scarlet. And then finally, we'll use some Wild Rider Red as an edge highlight. And for the circle part of his necklace, we're just going to add a little bit of Warpstone Glow. Then we're going to pick out the Thorg part of his little banner, so be very careful, and for this we're going to use some Abaddon Black. Take your time, go as slow as you need. Then to highlight the yellow, first things we're going to do is relayer the Averland Sunset, taking care to avoid any of the recesses. And then to highlight it, we're going to be using some Yriel Yellow. And so use that Yriel Yellow just to paint a little symbol onto the green Warpstone green, as the box art has got something similar. Then it's time to base him. For me, I'm going to be using some Stirland Mud, as it's a lot quicker and easier and a lot less fiddlier than sand. And once that section is dried, I'm going to give it a quick dry brush using some Wraithbone. I'll then finish things off using some Abaddon Black to tidy up his rim. Then it's up to you whether you want to use static grass or regular flock. Just make sure you don't drop your camera, that's completely optional. And there we are, give him his number and he's set to play on the pitch. I haven't actually given mine a number yet, as I can't find the transfers. They're somewhere about my flat. I have no idea where though. I had an absolute blast painting Thorg. He's one of my favourite Blood Bowl star players, and I'm happy to see him once again get another plastic model. He's also super quick to paint as well, only coming in approximately 4 hours from start to finish. If you use this guide, I really do hope you found it useful, and if you want to see more Blood Bowl stuff, we've got some on the channel. Plus we've got Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, The Old World, loads of different stuff. Games like Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Wars Shatterpoint, all different stuff. I tend to dip my wick, that's definitely not the right term, wherever I feel like when it comes to painting, and I just paint whatever I fancy, whenever I fancy. Thanks again, once again, really do hope you found this useful. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.